for need for me no can say the results are in. Now, before the elections, one more omutimi predict the right figure John Dramani Mahama ebenya ebrana many publications like Metro TV, Good Evening Ghana, Beneficent, the Daily Crusader, Daily Dispatch. Most of these networks they were calling say the former Vice President Dr. Bawumia happened to be the flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party on elections. And one of the only people Mutimi projected said John Dramani Mahama was going to win. A global info analytics. They predicted the right amount, the right percentage, and even Omutimi predicted said NDC was going to carry the majority in parliament. And lo and behold, it came to pass. Now, these people, they've once again graded or responded to the people let's just say, Omubi so almost okay, would you vote for this? Would you vote for this? Those same people are more accurate figure ni data Omutimi ka say John Dramani Mahama baby Omasa to aben san krofo ne bi so omo say this John Dramani Mahama didn't see so no. Me no can say he's almost in his fourth week, They want them to give an assessment of John Dramani Mahama's government. If John Dramani Mahama's government, if it's going well, if it's going good, is there any changes? And the results are in. To quickly, Niema enye de minkika niema insiso eni ade quickly nyebekọ ni akwhwe exactly what this figure is and what they are saying. Quickly good evening yeko modern Ghana, even though if you global info analytics are very soon graph ni nyina wase ho, but I just want you to get a glimpse of what is about to happen. Also 70% of Ghanaians believe the country is on the right track under the leadership of President John Dramani Mahama. Now, this is coming from Global Info Analytics. It's was a catcher about this same Global Info Analytics. They were the people and an organization that they rightly predicted say John Dramani Mahama was going to win the election. So quickly, share what they are saying here. Now, I'll say recent Global Info Analytics national poll reveals a dramatic turnaround in public opinion, with 70% of Ghanaians now confident that the country is on the right track. Now, Obeka say, okay, John Dramani Mahama, we honeymoon period. As I say, you didn't see some chair, so Ghana 4 will give him the benefits of the doubt. No, it is not so, because share graph here. This is the whole graph in question. There are two screens. So you realize say a year by now. Okay, you realize say a year by now, Global Info Analytics Omubisa Ghana 4 say, is the country headed in the right direction or not? So 80% of Ghanaians said the country was headed in the wrong direction. Only 22% said the country was headed in the right direction. But a year after John Dramani Mahama didn't see at the this graph share into details. You realize that Adane 80% and almost say the country is headed in the wrong direction. The same 80% says that the country is headed in the right direction. Only 22% are saying the country is headed in the wrong direction. And many Ghanaians are for the first time confident say John Dramani Mahama is going to do a better job. Yes. Now, the details, because when a does ye Osha has here or say National Opinion Poll President Performance and Appointment Committee Assessment 2nd February 2025. Now, in this same poll too, you realize say you grade Afenyo Markins. Ghana 4 do not say omumpe the Afenyo Markins in fact they don't like the leadership of Afenyo Markins. So that should tell you a lot. Afenyo Markins may be playing to playing safe and playing to appeal to the base of the New Patriotic Party, the hardcore base. But nationally, Afenyo Markins is not doing well. So quickly, MEPA methodology, president approval, judge approval, near there, exactly of where we are heading. Okay, so Wamaye. So I think say the whole thing is here. So let's take it from this particular part. Or say direction of the country. Into Ushemuya January 20. You see two colors here. If you are not too conversant with how graphs work, you see two colors here. You see deep blue and you see light green. Okay. Now, so deep blue no. January 2024. Into Ushena January 24. But January 2024 last year. Green no. January 2025 this year. So they are the Abraham asking Omubisa and for last year. Is the country headed in the right direction or not? No? The blue, which represent last year, no, you can see say right direction, for 22%. Depending on almost say the country was headed in the right direction. The green, no, is 70%. That's this year under the leadership of John Dramani Mahama, and almost the country is headed in the right direction. Yeah, share wrong direction now. Last year, no, which is the deep blue, no, 2024 last year, January, no, 68% of people and Ghanaians said the country was headed in the wrong direction last year, January 2024. But this year, January 2025, no, only 10%, 16% said the country is headed in the wrong direction. So, sure, overall, no, many people say the country is headed in the right direction. Or compare 70% to the 16% that say a wrong direction. You could see say the 70% outweighs the 16. A lot other people too said they don't have any opinion, which was 10 and 14 respectively for last year. Now, yeah, President John Dramani Mahama, his job approval. Blue once again represent last year. Light green represent this year. Last year, no bisa President job approval. That's under a year. Ex-President Akufo-Addo, only 32% said they approve of the job that ex-President Akufo-Addo was doing at that time. But this year, which represent the green, Yebisa and Crawford say, as you can see, I don't know if you can see my case approved, though. I don't know if you can see my case, but this is approved. Yebisa and Crawford this year say, is the country, is the president job approval, is the president doing his job well, and president approval rating, is it well or not? No, 84% say John Dramani Mahama. Hey, 84% say John Dramani Mahama ejumana oyeno they approve of it. That is like 3 times bigger than last year Akufo-Addo's approval rating. Yesha womo disapprove so last year one more disapprove say President Onye Ejumana it was 62% last year. This year a decrease about 9%. And as always, no, one more new opinion, 6 and 7 respectively. In our graph, so young share the standard of living. As of last year, Bisan Crawford say, has your standard of living improved last year? So the blue ones again represent the standard of living for last year, and the green represent the standard of living for this year. So the blue which represent the standard of living for last year. Some say, have your standard of living improved? Last year, almost 20%. Pen almost standard of living improved. This year, in for 32%. And remember, I said John Dramani Mahama is in office for just 3 weeks. One more almost say I was saying no. Last year, no. One more say standard of living has it worsened? Dudwana essay 54% say I worsened. Only 8% pen and almost say I'm worsened. Dudwana say I worsened. 54 over 154% say it has worsened. But this year, besides say have your living worsened. Only 8% pen almost say their standard of living has worsened. We share difference in graph now. I don't know if you can see my case that compare this last year the blue to this year the green. You can see an overwhelming decrease. Do you get what I'm saying? You say has it changed? You say it has not changed. One more say it has not changed. You know, this last year, 22%. But one more say it has not changed. This year, no, 60%, 50%. So Mahama is picking up. One more say don't have any opinion. 4 and 10% respectively. Optimism for improvement of standard of living. You be saying, say, are you happy? So are you expecting say your standard of living will improve? Last year, no. You bisa that question, for 32%, 32% pen almost standard of living, one believe say it may improve. But this year, which represent the green, 72% believe say Kwanya, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama or the Ghana Amamo Fasono, it is going to increase. In social we are the deep blue which represent last year, and the light green which represent January 25 this year. No, there is a stark shift. So many people over almost 80% of Ghanaians believe the way John Dramani Mahama their standard of living will increase. In contrast, one more believe almost standard of living Mahama standard of living increase just last year 23% for last year John for ex-President Akufo-Addo, but this year for 9% almost so you don't believe their standard of living will increase. So we show you compare as a MPP phone believe say John Dramani Mahama Obabi save you, which is going to save you. No opinion, 45% and 30%. So last year, no, almost they don't have any opinion, 45, but this year I shift it about 13%. A majority of Ghanaians believe say John Dramani Mahama is going to do a good job. Now, satisfaction with John Mahama's appointees. We share graph network screens no sooner. On my many colors. This one is self-explanatory. Not satisfied at all. One more, they are not satisfied with John Dramani Mahama's appointee, 5%. One more, omunye satisfied, 7%. So not satisfied at all, 5%. Not satisfied, 7%. Somehow satisfied, 20%. Very satisfied, 33%. Extremely satisfied, 35%. So for us to know the quantity and the percentage need the greedy Mahama no, you better somehow satisfied. That's 20%. Yeah, they can't very satisfied, 33%. Now 53%. We are near so they account a year 35%. Okay. Now my 88%. So 88% of Ghanaians are somehow, okay, on average, satisfied with President John Dramani Mahama and the appointment. Satisfaction with the work of the appointment committee. Many people like the way appointment committee so extremely 88% say yes, they like the grilling of the appointee or money at the and it goes on and on and on and on and on. Now share performance of the committee chairman, Honorable Bernard Ahianfo, NDC Bernard Ahianfo. Many people, they are satisfied with his work. Once again, you better 31%, they account 18%, they account 7%. That is on about 50%, okay, and that is above average. So maybe man can say it's slightly better. But you share a year after your marking, so happen to be the minority leader. His performance in a year, you could see that Ghanaians are not happy. It was not satisfied at all. Not satisfied at all, quite 44%. After they are not satisfied, 20%. Only 20%. 44% or more 64%. So you could see that majority of Ghanaians are not satisfied with the performance of Afenyo Markins. What you say? Any bisa say MP so muko di bone or mu pushi table a pipe and ya suspend your mono. Do you guys like it? Almost 80% of Ghanaians say we like the suspension of the MPs because it is not idea befitting of a country. And share your mamre and your governance a year. So almost 80% support the suspension of the MPs, whereas almost a little bit, no opinion cry 9%, but 12% no. Majority of Ghanaians support Speaker Abang Bagben suspension of these people, and our MPs are almost say near man Parliament almost say they support their suspension. Therefore, clearly, it is a very good time for John Dramani Mahama, but it's still early. I say the honeymoon period. So John Dramani Mahama has to do more. One thing I would like to see is the vice president, Jinana. I've not seen her anywhere. I would like us to have a poll about the vice president to near share the performance. What I say, she's not really loud like Baumia when Baumia was saying a vice president. So that is what we'll also be looking from a global info analytics. Therefore, we are following this case. One more updates as all of this unfolds.